Warning, warning, warning for the over 40 club. Okay, you know that I'm an octogenarian. I'm only in my 80s, going into my 90s, between 80 and 90. This is the way that I say it. When someone says, you're what? I'm only in my 80s. My brain realizes that I still want it to work. Here is some dangers that you guys are doing. People over 40, stop saying these things. I want you to think. I want you to stop. I want you to listen for and what it is that you are saying. Because your brain, your mind, your thoughts, they are active all of the time. These words, don't use these. Stop telling people I'm retiring. What your brain hears and what this can cause is memory loss. How can it cause memory loss? It can cause memory loss because your brain does not think it needs to be as active as it was before. Your hippocampus, the different parts of your brain, it won't remember. It won't hold on to stuff. Why? Because you're retiring. You're retired. You don't need all of this anymore. Same words is that I can't, or, I'm heading towards the big 4. Oh, the big 4, that's when you start losing your memory. That's when you start losing your hair. Do you realize that it does not matter if you're joking? People say, well, I was only joking. Do you think your brain really pays attention to you and say, oh, she was only joking? Let's not pay attention to that. If that's the way it worked, then your imagination wouldn't be as powerful as it is. Do you realize that I can practice my golf swing, I can get it right, and I can practice my golf swing in my mind. In my mind, I can see myself doing it. Not looking at someone else, but actually doing it. See, it's interacting in that. And it's putting my body functions, it's putting all of those. And when I do this, when I go out and I actually do it, my muscle memory, my cellular memory, it starts to remember what it is. Why? Because I have practiced it. So the things that you say are going to result in that. The Bible says, as you think in your heart, as you imagine, as you say, all of these things happen. Okay, these words can trigger a need, a less need. Your brain is saying they don't need that much activity. So what happens? The things that used to be important to you, the things that you used to think about, and then at night, the issues, I will say, not things. I apologize for that one. The issues, the subjects, the information that was once valuable, it starts to fade. Why is that? It's because your brain is saying they don't need it any longer. So also the word I quit. What that happens is this. It's a sign of retreating. They're backing off. They're not active anymore. All of these words are poisonous to you. Your mind and your brain, what you're doing is you're teaching and you're training yourself to lose. You are training yourself. This is a warning, especially for people over 40 and those that are 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90, and even 100 years old. We are seeing now more and more. I have in my family, I'd made some notes so that I would make sure that I would hit these points for you. In my family, people lived to over 100, like 112, one of my aunts lived too. And she was living in Mississippi. She lived that, and she was active. I had another one that lived around the same age. They said she lived longer, but whatever. But she was in the hospital. She did not have any activity going on. So one lived long and was active. That's the one that I'm training for. That's the one that I'm walking after. And then the other one didn't. What do you think was the difference? The difference was the activity here. I went to my doctor the other day and I was going through some things with my back because I want to make sure that my swing, make sure some things are right because I really want to beat my grandson in golf. Anyway, so what happened is that he started to say, well, you're getting older. I said, I'm not. Now you may be doing that. This may be happening to you. but I could not allow those pictures to stay in my head. You need to start to slow down. No, I need to speed up. I am in no hurry to slow down. I am in no hurry to do less. This is an exciting time for me. What you say out of your mouth is what you hear. Think clearly before you speak. My mother used to say, think twice before you speak once. These are dangerous words. These are debilitating words. These are words that can destroy your having a good life after you leave a job, when you reinvent yourself, when you tell yourself, when you say, I'm reinventing me, your brain gets excited. It's almost like it starts to light up. Your mind starts to look for subjects, for different activities, for you to become more and more involved. Books that you did not read, they start to light up in a sense. And what happens is this: you start to be led towards. Your brain will help you to lead you towards the things that are going to affect this new life you're building. Here it is. I'm reinventing. Now I'm not just doing therapy on a one-to-one basis. I am now coaching. I am now doing this. I am taking my intellectual properties, I'll use the word on things on this. All of the things that I've learned through all of these years, all of the things that I've gone through, all of the baggage, all of this stuff. And what am I doing? I am recalibrating it. I am working it so to be able to help others to know that they can do it too. So don't look at your age as a downhill thing. Look at it like, wow, the responsibilities. I've already raised my children. I've already done this. Now this is time to come alive. This is not time for you to start thinking about going behind. You can go on trips, make them business trips. They can be vacation business trips. You have business meetings on these things. It can be a write-off. You can produce more than you ever did before. Make this time in your life, make it worth living. Make it worth all of the things that you have gone through before, all the hassles, all the problems, all the problem solving. Make it worth something. Leave this life. When you leave this life, make it so that you go out in a blast. You go out in a celebration. You have left a legacy. You have left excitement. When they say about you, what do you remember about Baker? I remember that she was excited about life until the end, until she was over 100 years old. She was still cooking. She was still doing things that she had done earlier. She was still wearing high heel shoes. She was still that. What are they going to say about you? What is it that you want them to say about you? Age, the numbers, does not reflect you unless you believe them. I don't know what 80s is supposed to feel like. You know, you don't look like this and you don't act like this. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. I have designed, and then I kept telling myself, I don't know what it looks like. Now I do. It looks like, and being in my 80s, going towards my 90s, it looks like an energetic woman. It looks like a woman that is excited about life. It looks like one that exercises daily, that eats what she wants to, and in moderation, that is strong, has strong muscles, that can still shoot a gun, that can still go and hike if she wants to, can still do those things. That's what the 80s and 90s look like. And when I get closer to 100, I'll be able to tell you that then. But right now, I am focusing on the excitement of this. You 40 years old, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90s, and 100. You decide what your age is going to look like. You decide what you're supposed to feel like. You make those decisions and then stick with it. This is your octogenarian, Dr. BJ Baker, and I approve of this message, and I will see you on the next video. And please do the work. Do the work. If you do it, you will have great results. Bye-bye.